हाँ कौन करिए भाई बर्तमान आपन को शो करूची स्लाइड
यस सर।
Yes.
आगे
तो लास्ट क्लास रे हमें लेजर डिस्कशन करथिले
हाँ सर।
ऑलरेडी मो स्लाइड गुडा को देई देथिले आपन मान को
सर
तो हमें बर्तमान डायरेक्टली लेजर को जिबा सो in last session we have already discussed that is cash account so आपण गोटे लेफ्ट साइड रे देखुचंती 11th January 2021 two balance brought down 4,55,500 yes or no
यस सर।
so that shows debit balance okay because cash account is uh, asset then that is coming under real account so similarly land and building आपण देखंतु गोटे बैलेंसिंग साइन पर गोटे लिखा है 1 लाख what it shows that is also debit balance so land and building is coming under element asset so that is coming under real account so real account shows debit balance all assets account shows debit balance cash account is asset account land and building account is also asset account so both accounts shows debit balance then proceed to vehicle account after balancing sign you just find out that is two balance brought down 2 lakh after balancing sign so we know vehicle account vehicle is also coming under asset so that is real account so that is 2 lakh so vehicle is also asset coming under real account so asset that is 2 lakh so what is the conclusion all assets account always show debit balance all assets account always show debit balance गोटे एलिमेंट सरी गला आउ आसी पारे देखिबा then similarly capital account after balancing sign both side 8 lakh so after that हमें लिखिचे by balance brought down 8 lakh yes or no so by balance brought down 8 lakh so जो by balance after balancing sign परे credit side पटे लिखिचे सेही 8 lakh ता होची credit balance clear credit balance so capital that is coming under liability that is coming under personal account so आउ गोटे जोड़े liability देखिबा तो एठी हमें conclusion कोन दबा ना capital account shows credit balance capital account shows credit balance second element पड़ेला देखिबा SBI account after balancing both side 50,000 so balance left what we write that is 11th January two balance brought down 44,900 in debit side after balancing sign so that 44,900 shows debit balance so coming to SBI that is asset so already conclusion is that assets account shows debit balance then similarly computer account same case that is also asset because that shows debit balance and we know computer is asset so that shows debit balance so all assets account always show debit balance similarly proceed to purchase account that is expenses account so what is the result is two balance brought down that is 10,000 after balancing sign we write that is two balance brought down 10,000 so that shows debit balance so expenses account that shows debit balance nominal account up to this clear
yes sir.
then proceed to computer mart account when you analyze computer mart account what we know that 10,000 purchased and 5,000 paid through check and balance to be paid that is 5,000 so we know that is computer mart is liability for the bureaus yes or no
Yes sir.
we have to pay that is coming under liability so that shows credit balance how much credit balance shows computer mart that is 5,000 By balance brought down 5,000. Clear? So similarly proceed to electricity charges account. Electricity charges paid through check, that is only 100 rupees. So that shows debit balance, because we know that is electricity charges, that is expenses. That is expenses. So that shows debit balance. So one is asset account, other one is expenses account. Both shows debit balance. Capital account shows credit balance. Liabilities account shows credit balance. All of us agreed?
Yes, sir.
Then proceed to Bursa account. When you analyze the Bursa account, what we know, that is no balance left. That is Bursa, that is sales made. So already full settled and discount allowed, that is loss for the business, that is 500. So there is no balance left to be received, from Bursa. Clear? To be received from Bursa. So there is no debit balance, no credit balance from Bursa account. Clear? Because both sides 5,000. Debit side to sales account 5,000. Similarly, by cash account 4,500, because we receive 4,500 from Bursa and we give discount, that is 500. So total both sides 5,000. No debit balance, no credit balance as far as Bursa account is concerned. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then proceed to sales account. Sales account. So that shows credit balance, because sales is income. Sales is income. So that is 12,000 credit balance. Similarly, discount allowed, that is loss for the business. Loss for the business. Expenses and losses. Debit all expenses and losses. Credit all incomes and gains. That is nominal account golden rules. So that shows credit balance, sorry, debit balance. Similarly, proceed to Lakshmi Priya account. Party is debtor. Credit sales made 7,000. Full amount to be received. So party is asset. That shows debit balance. That shows debit balance. Lakshmi Priya account. Any doubt in between these three?
Sir, Lakshmi Priya account रे balancing sign कहीं दिया है नहीं?
कोठी दिया है नहीं balancing sign. Balancing sign दिया है जी both side रे तो.
होता तो कुछ बहुत ही.
टिके
Yes, yes, yes.
दिया है जी. टिके तरह ये टा slow है. तो
सर ठीक है शिफ्ट F5 मार दे दो.
shift
F5 सर.
computer जी shift F5. Shift अपना स्क्रीन बड़ा कथा कहउतले. बुझि पारले?
Yes, sir.
Then proceed to rent received and interest received, both are income. Yes or no? That shows credit balance. That shows credit balance. 1,000 credit balance. Interest received also same 1,000 credit balance. So what is the conclusion? When you close all the account, what is our conclusion? Remember how many elements? Capital, assets, liabilities, income and expenses. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So these two are income, rent received and interest received. So income account shows which balance?
Credit balance.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Credit balance. So just to remember why it shows credit balance. Because we know nominal account, it relates to income, expenses, losses, and gains. So what is the rule as against nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Clear? So all the income account shows credit balance. Never income account shows debit balance. If debit balance, That means somehow in posting some mistake is there. You have to rectify that. Clear? Normally that shows credit balance because that is income. Then coming to Lakshmi Priya account, that is asset. So all assets account shows debit balance. All expenses account shows debit balance. Discount allowed, that is loss, that shows debit balance because expenses and losses. Sales account, that is income account, that shows debit credit balance. Similarly, electric charges, that is expenses, debit balance. Computer mart, that is creditor, that is liability. So that shows credit balance. Similarly, purchase, that is expenses account, that shows debit balance. Computer account asset, SBI account asset. Heroes capital account, that is liability, that is capital, that is coming under fixed liabilities. So capital account shows credit balance. Vehicle account shows debit balance, that is asset. Similarly, land and building account, that is land and building, that is asset for the business. Cash is asset for the business, that shows debit balance. So capital account, liability account, capital account, liability account shows credit balance. Because here computer mart is credit balance, capital is credit balance. Then other one is asset. Asset shows any asset account, vehicle, land and building, cash, all the accounts shows debit balance. Which type, which balance? That is debit balance. Then income and expenses, all expenses account, purchase, that is 10,000, that is expenses. So that shows debit balance.
Cash account কোথায় যাবে স্যার?
Cash টা হলো কোন asset? Asset হলে কোন balance দেখাইবো? Debit balance. So similarly, electric charges, that is expenses, that shows debit balance. Clear? Expenses account shows debit balance, income account shows credit balance. Capital account shows credit balance, liability account shows credit balance, asset account shows debit balance. So assets and expenses account shows
Debit balance.
Then how kon rahila na capital, liabilities and income account shows credit balance. Clear? So these are the accounts. So any doubt you may ask. No doubt.
No, sir.
So we'll proceed to trial balance. So remember, trial balance is a statement of debit balance and credit balance. Trial balance is statement whether that account shows debit balance or credit balance. We have to collect the information from ledger and we have to note it. And remember, trial balance must be agreed. Why trial balance agreed? Because accounting equation says that is capital plus liability is equal to asset. Similarly, debit aspect is equal to credit aspect. So trial balance must be agreed. Clear? So remember that trial balance is not at all an account. It is a statement. It is a statement of all the accounts, and whether that account shows debit balance or credit balance, we collect the information from ledger and we have to put it in trial balance. And remember, trial balance must be agreed. Clear? Trial balance must be agreed. Both sides must be agreed. Debit side, debit balance and credit balance. Remember, trial balance might be prepared that is by using two methods. Here you just go through, that is one is balance method, other one is total method. So when you proceed with this, that is total method and balance method. Balance method, that is format, that is name of the account, folio number, debit balance, credit balance, amount in rupees, amount in rupees. Similarly, that is when you go for total method, that is name of the account, folio number, debit balance, amount in rupees, credit balance, amount in rupees. That is the format. So how many account is involved with this last problem? That is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, yes, 15 account is involved. All the accounts serially written. That is cash account, land and building account, vehicle account, Firoz capital account, SBI account, computer account, purchase account, computer mart account, electric charges account, Borsa account, sales account, then discount, allowed account, then Lakshmi account, rent received account, interest received account. Clear? Interest received account. So cash account shows debit balance. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So 4,50,500. You go through the cash account. Yes, 4,55,500. Similarly, land and building 1 lakh we have to consider. Land and building 1 lakh. Vehicle account, that is 2 lakh. Firoz capital account, that shows credit balance 8 lakh. 5 2 1 5 ହେଲା କ'ଣ cash, 2 ହେଲା land and building, vehicle ହେଲା 1. तो cash account କୁ କେତେ ପଇସା ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ ହେଇଛି total?
So, yes.
ଆମର କେତେ ପଇସା
4 lakh
ଯାଇଛି?
4,55,500.
No. ସେତିକି cash ଅଛି। 11 ତାରିଖ ସୁଦ୍ଧା ସେତିକି cash ଅଛି। cash account କୁ analysis କରନ୍ତୁ। cash account ପଇସା ଆସିଲା କୋଉଠୁ? ନା ଫିରୋଜ ଇନଭେଷ୍ଟ କଲା
44,500.
ବର୍ଷା, yes, ବର୍ଷା ଆମକୁ ଦେଲା 4,500, ରେଣ୍ଟ ଆମେ ପାଇଲେ 1,000 ଟଙ୍କା, ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟ ପାଇଲେ 1,000 ଟଙ୍କା, ଟୋଟାଲ ହେଲା 5,06,000 ଏବଂ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଚେକ୍ ଇସ୍ୟୁ କରିଛେ 50,000 ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଆସେଟ କିଣିଛେ 1,000 ଟଙ୍କା। ତ ଆମର ଏଇ ଦିଟାକ ପଳେଇଲା 51,000 ପଳେଇଲେ କେତେ ହେଲା?
4,55,500
ଭୁଲ ଅଛି କି?
No, sir.
No, sir.
ଅଛି? नो, ठीक ଅଛି। ठीक ଅଛି। So that is expenses made, cash goes out from the business is 51,000. So then SBI account, bank रे केते पैसा रहला? 44,900। बैंक अकाउंट चलंतु 44,900। बैंक रे हमें डिपॉजिट करथिले 50,000। यस और नो? कंप्यूटर अकाउंट को देइचे मार्ट को 5,000, इलेक्ट्रिक चार्जेस 100 टका देइचे, तो हम पाखे रहला 44,900। क्लियर? 44,900 balance left. So लेखिले SBI account 44,900, computer account, that is asset 1,000, purchase, that is expenses 10,000, computer mart account 5,000, electric charges account 100, Borsa, there is no debit balance, no credit balance. Okay, no debit balance, no credit balance. So sales account, that is 12,000, discount allowed, that is loss, that debit, so debit balance, Lakshmi account, that is I think debtor, asset, then rent received, income, interest received, income. So when you make total, both side is 8,24,000. That is the method, balance method. What we have to write? Debit balance or credit balance. Clear? Sometimes that empty trial balance ଦେଇଥିବ, जो trial balance ଟା both side ମିଶିଥିବ, କିନ୍ତୁ କିଛି account ଥିବ ଭୁଲରେ debit credit ପକା ହେଇଥିବ, କୁହା ହେଇଥିବ ଯେ rectify and prepare new trial balance, corrected trial balance. So concept apply karibe sethi. What is the concept? We know all expenses and assets account shows
Nominal account.
oh madam,
Debit
no.
side.
Debit.
Balance, not debit side, debit balance. Similarly, capital, liabilities, income account shows क्रेडिट बैलेंस से अनुसार प्रत्येक अकाउंट को चेक करिवे
हाँ सर
क्लियर चेक करिकी ताको करेक्शन करिवे तो आ गोटे मेथड हैला टोटल मेथड बर्तमान बैलेंस मेथड बुझिले ओनली डेबिट बैलेंस क्रेडिट बैलेंस मिसेबा टोटल मिसेबा बुझिला किंतु जते बेले पोस्टिंग कंप्लीट हे सारिला सपोज लेट टेक
यस सर
गोटे एक्सपेंसेस अकाउंट को बैलेंस देखैबो
Debit balance.
डेबिट बैलेंस 100% डेबिट बैलेंस देखो
Debit,
केबे भी देखैबनी आज पर रूल रे हमें करछे से डेबिट बैलेंस देखियो सपोज आपण को खाता रे आपण कोला बेले सेटा क्रेडिट बैलेंस देखैले सो आपण कोन करबे
balancing, sir.
Ledger check
Very
करियो
good.
sir.
आपण पोस्टिंग चेक करिवे ओठी पोस्टिंग भूल करछंत नहले केबे भी सेटा रॉन्ग बैलेंस देखैबो नाही so when you adopt balance method so we have to consider debit balance and credit balance but what about that total method so if you go through that means before balancing बुझिया को चेष्टा करंतु total method रे हम जते ट्रायल बैलेंस करिबा before balancing how much amount is in both side we have to write okay before balancing आपण एठी देखंतु बिफोर बैलेंसिंग काहे की कहली आपण एठी गोटिए देखि परथुबे जे हां एठी देखंतु बोथ साइड दैट इज डेबिट साइड केते अछि 5,06,500 क्रेडिट साइड रे 51,000 यस और नो देखि दबा जस्ट के आगु कथा आइतिले से अछि ना नाही बैलेंस कैरिड डाउन को भूली जानतु वर्तमान केते खाली पोस्टिंग एछि बोथ साइड डेबिट साइड रे 5,06,000 क्रेडिट साइड रे केते 51,000 yes or no
Yes, sir.
सेटा हला को मेथड टोटल मेथड को मेथड टोटल मेथड अच्छा मते कहले लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग रे हमें टोटल मेथड रे केते लिखिबा
1 lakh only रोइबो गोटे डेबिट साइड रे क्रेडिट
Very
साइड रे
good.
0.
वेरी गुड किछि रहइबनी नॉट डोंट राइट जीरो किछि लिखिबेनी जस्ट गिव हाइफेन सिमिलरली व्हीकल अकाउंट रे केते लिखिबा
डेबिट साइड रे 2 लाख रोइबो क्रेडिट साइड रे किछ नै.
वेरी गुड आउ जण के कोंतु फिरोज कैपिटल ले केते लिखिबा आउ जण के कोंतु
क्रेडिट साइड रे 8 लाख सर
The credit side rate like
वेरी गुड ओनली क्रेडिट साइड रे 8 लाख सिमिलरली एसबीआई अकाउंट रे केते लिखिबा आउ जण के कोंतु
debit rate ରହିବ 50,000 ଆଉ credit rate ରହିବ 5,200.
very good very good very good very good then computer account only 1,000 purchase account
Only 1,000.
only 10,000 in debit side similarly computer mart account किए जणे कोंतु
5,000
Debit side
debit rate, credit rate 10,000.
डेबिट साइड रे रखिबा 5,000 क्रेडिट साइड रखिबा 10,000
10,000.
similarly electricity charges
Debit side रे केवल 100.
100 very good similarly वर्षा अकाउंट रे कोन करबा
डेबिट साइड रे 5,000 क्रेडिट साइड रे 5,000.
very good total नबा before balancing how भी न थाउ similarly sales
क्रेडिट साइड रे 12,000. डेबिट साइड रे किछ नै.
किछ नै similar discount allowed
डेबिट साइड रे 500. क्रेडिट साइड रे किछ नै.
very good लक्ष्मी प्रिय अकाउंट
डेबिट साइड रे 7,000. क्रेडिट साइड रे नथिंग.
rent received
क्रेडिट साइड रे 1,000.
interest received
क्रेडिट साइड रे 1,000.
Credit side रे 1,000.
very good देखो शेयर होइछ ना नहीं अदर साइड रे जीरो भी लिखिया दरकार नहीं खाली हाइफेन दे देबे एटा हला टोटल मेथड this one is total method but what is the difference is that एठी देखंतु टोटल आछि 8,85 don't be confused एठी हमरे त टोटल मेथड अडॉप्ट करछे we adopt total method तो 8,85,000 but when you go through that balance method we find out 8,24,000 both side okay clear सेटा एक्चुअली 24,000 हबनी सेटा 5,000 कमी जिवो 8,19,000 हबो সেটা 24th আমার এটি কিছু লেখা হবনি কোটি বর্ষা অ্যাকাউন্ট রে ওকে বর্ষা অ্যাকাউন্ট রে লিখিলে চলিব ন লিখিলে বি চলিব যেহেতু এটা আমরা বালান্স মেথড রে করছে just to give hyphen okay এটা wrongly 5000 লেখা হইছি সেটা কিছু লেখা হবনি তো টোটাল কেতে হইগলা 8,19,000 সেটা wrongly লেখা হইছি 5000 লেখা হবো নাই কেন এটা ডেবিট ব্যালেন্স দেখাউছি কি
No, sir.
ক্রেডিট ব্যালেন্স দেখাউছি কি
No.
তো আমি
No,
এটি
sir.
লেখিবানি wrongly এটি লেখা হইছি তো সেটা হবো 8,19,000 but for your information suppose question is silent which method you adopt
Balance method.
very good answer balance method always prepare the trial balance in balance method if question specify prepare the balance trial balance by applying the total method at that point of time you may proceed but always try to prepare trial balance by going through balance method debit balance credit balance clear ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କିଛି
Yes, sir.
account କହୁଛି right now you have to raise your hand or you say that shows which balance clear loan
Yes,
from
sir.
SBI account account
Credit.
loan from SBI account
Credit balance.
why credit balance
Sir, it's a liability.
very good ଆପଣ commerce background কি ଅବିନାଶ
Science.
ସାର୍
Science background, sir.
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଚ୍ଛା ଠିକ ଅଛି ଅନ୍ୟମାନେ ବୁଝିପାରୁଛନ୍ତି ନା ନାହିଁ
Yes, sir.
ଓକେ bad debt account
ଟିକେ
bad debt account
Debit balance, sir. Debit.
Debit balance.
Debit balance.
ଜଣେ କିଏ ସାର୍ କହିଲେ ଟିକେ ତା ମାନେ କଣ ଆପଣ ବୁଝୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଟିକେ ବୁଝୁଛନ୍ତି
That is debit balance.
ସୁବ୍ରତ ସାର୍
Yes, sir.
why debit balance
Because it is the expenses.
it is expenses
It is a
bad
loss.
debt is expenses
Yes,
bad
sir.
debt is
Liability, sir.
loss bad debt is loss debt lagila that is
Yes.
one is three types one is good debt second one is bad debt third one is doubtful debt good
Doubtful
debt ଆପଣ ବାକିରେ ବିକିଲେ ସେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ପଇସା ଦେଲା ପୁଣି କିଏ ବାକିରେ ନେଲା ପଇସା ଦେଲା good debt then second one is bad debt ପଳେଇଲା 3-4 ମାସ ପୁଣି ଆସିଲା ନେଇଗଲା that is bad debt ବା କିଛି ଦେଲାନି ପଇସା ରହିଗଲା bad debt doubtful debt ନଉଛି 15,000 ଦଉଛି 1500 ତା କାରବାର ଉପରେ ଡାଉଟ ରହୁଛି doubtful debt okay so bad debt is loss ପାର୍ଟି insolvent ହେଇଗଲା ଦେବାଳିଆ ହେଇଗଲା so ସେ ଦେଲା ନାହିଁ 30,000 ଟଙ୍କାର ବାକି ନେଇଥିଲା 15,000 ଦେଲା ଆଉ 15,000 ଦେଲା ନାହିଁ so that 15,000 is bad debt for the business loss for the business so bad debt account always show debit balance because expenses and losses expenses account asset account shows goodwill account shows
Credit balance.
It is asset.
Sorry, debit balance is asset.
goodwill asset ଜମା ତରତର ହେବେନି এটা ନିଜେ ଭାବିବେ এটা ମୋ ବିଜନେସ ମୋ ତିଆରି କରିବି ଟ୍ରାଏଲ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ମୁଁ ତିଆରି କରିବି ବାଲାନ୍ସ ସିଟ୍ ତାହେଲେ ଠିକ ହେଇଯିବ goodwill ହେଲା asset so asset ମାନେ ସେଟା ହେଲା shows debit balance clear so ମୁଁ କହିଲି depreciation account
Debit balance.
Debit balance.
very good debit balance
Expensive.
purchase return account
Credit.
why credit
Yes.
purchase ହେଲା debit balance purchase return that shows credit balance very good sales return ପାଢୀ ସାର୍ କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି କିଛି ଶୁଭୁନି ପାଢୀ ସାର୍ କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି କିଛି ଶୁଭୁନି
କିଏ କଣ କହୁଛି
ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ହଁ ଆଚ୍ଛା wages account
Debit balance.
Debit, sir.
why debit
It is an expense.
Expense.
printing and stationery account
Debit balance.
Advertisement account,
Debit balance.
Debit balance.
selling and distribution account,
Debit
Debit.
balance.
advertisement account,
Debit.
Debit.
audit fees
balance.
account,
Debit
Debit
balance.
balance.
because all are expenses coming under expenses. Suppose ମୁଁ କହିବି
Depreciation account debit କଣ ପାଇଁ ହେଲା?
depreciation, that is non cash item, that is loss. Okay, that is loss. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So that is loss. Okay, so then suppose ମୁଁ କହିବି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ commission received,
Credit balance.
because that is income.
Yes, sir.
Patent,
Sir,
patent,
Credit.
patent asset, tangible asset, intangible asset,
Oh, sir.
patent, copyright, trademark, these are assets. Land and building, machinery, vehicle, all are assets. Cash in hand,
Debit balance.
cash at bank.
Debit balance.
Okay. Suppose ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିବି rent, DR, what does it indicate?
Rent given.
No, don't tell me rent given, rent paid. My
Paid.
question is very simple. Rent in bracket ମୁଁ ଲେଖିବି DR, या ମାନେ କଣ?
rent ଦିଆହେଇଛି
We
ନା?
should show in the debit
ମାନେ
side.
debit ହେଇଛି,
No,
sir,
no, no.
debit ହେଇଛି.
ଗୋଟେ ଠିକ ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଠିକ କହିଛନ୍ତି। rent
Rent
DR,
expenses.
ବେଳେ ବେଳେ क्वेश्चन ଲେଖା ହେଇଥିବ rent DR, DR ଲେଖା ହେଲା ମାନେ that shows debit balance, debit balance ମାନେ ସେଟା rent expenses, ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ?
Yes, sir.
ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ? ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ suppose ଲେଖା ହେଇଥିବ rent CR,
Rent
Rent
credit
receipt.
Rent receipt.
ମାନେ ଏଟା credit balance, credit balance ମାନେ ଘର ଭଡା ଦିଆଯାଇଛି income।
Yes, sir.
କ୍ଲିୟର? ତ କନଫ୍ୟୁଜ ହେବେନି, ମୁଁ କି ଟର୍ମ ଗୁଡା କହି ଦଉଛି, କନଫ୍ୟୁଜ ହେବେନି। ଏମିତିଆ ଦେଇଥିବ ଟ୍ରାଏଲ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ତିଆରି କରିବାକୁ, ଖାଲି ଦେଇଥିବ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ଦେଇଥିବ, ଆମାଉଣ୍ଟ ଦେଇଥିବ, ୟୁ ପ୍ରିପେୟାର ଦ ଟ୍ରାଏଲ ବାଲାନ୍ସ। ହଡବଡି ହବେନି, ମନ ଇଚ୍ଛା ଲେଖିବେନି, ତାକୁ ସିରିୟଲି ଯିବେ, ଡରିବାର କିଛି ନାହିଁ। ସବୁବେଳେ କନସେପ୍ଟ ମନେ ରଖିବେ। 10 ରୁ 10 ମିଳିବ ପୁରା ମନେ ରଖନ୍ତୁ। ଆପଣ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ପୁରା 100% କ୍ଲିୟର କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ପୁରା ଠିକ ଲେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ସବୁ ଫର୍ମାଟରେ, ଆପଣ ପୁରା 10 ରୁ 10 ଲେଖିବେ ପାଇବେ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଥିଓରି ଆପଣ ଲେଖିବେ 10 ରୁ 7 8 ପାଇବେ। ତେଣୁକରି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ରେ ଯେତେ କନଫିଡେନ୍ସ ବଢେଇବେ ସେତେ ଭଲ ମାର୍କ ରଖିବେ, ବିକଜ ଦିସ୍ ଟପିକ ଇଜ ପ୍ୟୁରଲି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମେଟିକ ଟପିକ। ଓକେ, ସୋ ଯେତେ ଚାହିଁବେ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ କରିବାକୁ। ସୋ ଦେନ୍ ନେକ୍ସଟ
सर सर रेंट डीआर टा काई सर डेबिट साइड आउट
ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଯେତେବେଳେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ରେଣ୍ଟ ଡିଆର ବ୍ରାକେଟ ରେ ଲେଖିଲା ହେଲା, ଡିଆର ମାନେ ଡେବିଟ, ଡିଆର ମାନେ ଡେବିଟ ବାଲାନ୍ସ, ବୁଝିଲେ କି? ତ ଡେବିଟ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ମାନେ କୋଉ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ଟା ଡେବିଟ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ଦେଖେଇବ?
Rent account.
ନା ନା ରେଣ୍ଟ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ଏଟା ନୁହେଁ, ରେଣ୍ଟ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ, ରେଣ୍ଟ ଏଟା କୋଉ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ଦେଖେଇବ? ଆମେ ଜାଣିଛେ ଯେ ଆସେଟ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ଆଉ ଏକ୍ସପେନ୍ସେସ୍ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ଦେଖେଇବ କଣ? ଡେବିଟ ବାଲାନ୍ସ।
Debit balance.
ତ ଏଟା ଆସେଟ କି?
ନାଇଁ expenses.
এটা এক্সপেন্সেস, ସେଥିଲାଗି କୁହାହେଲା ଏଟା ଏକ୍ସପେନ୍ସେସ୍ କୋଉ ମୋଡରେ ଦିଆହେଇଛି ନା ରେଣ୍ଟ। ତ ଏଟା ରେଣ୍ଟ ପେଡ୍, ଏଟା ଏକ୍ସପେନ୍ସେସ୍ ଫର ଦ ବିଜନେସ। କ୍ଲିୟର?
सर रेंट तो डीआर लिखा है जी माने एटा देलु की पाइलु बोल जानबि केन सर
ନା 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 ଡିଆର ମାନେ ତାକୁ ଆପଣ ଏହା ବୁଝିବେ, ସେଟା ହଉଛି ଡେବିଟ ବାଲାନ୍ସ। ଡେବିଟ ବାଲାନ୍ସ, ଡେବିଟ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ତା ମାନେ ଆପଣ ରେଣ୍ଟ ପେଡ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି। କାହିଁକି ରେଣ୍ଟ ପେଡ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି ସେଟା ଆମେ କାହିଁକି ରେଣ୍ଟ ପେଡ୍ ନେଲେ, ସବୁଥର ସବୁ କଥାରେ କାହିଁକି ଉପାୟ ଦିଆହବ। ମୁଁ ପଚାରିବି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ନାଁ କାହିଁକି ଫିରୋଜ ହେଲା, କିଛି ରିଜିନ ଅଛି। ସେମିତି ଏଠି ରେଣ୍ଟ ଡିଆର ଲେଖାଲା, ଡିଆର ଲେଖାଲା ମାନେ କଣ? ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଶୋଜ ଡେବିଟ ବାଲାନ୍ସ। ତାପରେ ସେଇଠି ଭାବିବେ କାହିଁକି ଏଟା ଡେବିଟ ବାଲାନ୍ସ କୁହାଲା, କୋଉ କୋଉ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ଡେବିଟ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ଦେଖେଇବ ନା ଏକ୍ସପେନ୍ସେସ୍ ଆଉ ଆସେଟ। ଆଚ୍ଛା ଏଟା ତ ଆସେଟ ନୁହେଁ, ଏଟା ଏକ୍ସପେନ୍ସେସ୍, ତ ରେଣ୍ଟ ପେଡ୍। କ୍ଲିୟର? ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ?
हां सर बुझियला
Similarly, rent thibo jodi credit taku ame bujile income, rent received. So income account shows credit balance. Clear? So this is all about your trial balance. So then from trial balance, what we have to prepare?
Final
Any
account.
question first? Any question? हमें discussion बहुत जिनस कलेनी बर्तमान फेज सरुची फाइनल अकाउंट को हमें पोसुचे financial statement. So before financial statement, please tell me any doubt.
सर एक्चुअली कैश अकाउंट कोन पई डेबिट साइड रे कैपिटल रे लगेला जदी अमाउंट से
आपण
डेबिट
लग-
साइड रे काई रहउची
शुणु जदि लगेला जदि हैला जदि रेंट एते कम पैसा सर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी 100 टका आज काली के उठौची आगे एसी लगेले 10,000 उठची ए जदि भाबिबे किछि हबनी आपनकर कैश अकाउंट होची एसेट पोस्टिंग आपण बाय रूल कले पोस्टिंग करसेला परे वर्तमान आपण बैलेंस बाहर करछन
सर गोटे क्वेश्चन
हम्म।
सर सर हमर जो रिटर्नेबल जो जिंस आछि धरक हमें फ्यूज रे धरक गोटे जिंस बिकिला बचटा रिटर्न आसिला सेटा सर कोथरे जीवो
हेलो
हेलो
हां कोंतु
हां सर रिटर्न आइटम सब सर को अकाउंट रे जीवो सर
रिटर्न आइटम माने आपण सेल्स रिटर्न परचेज
ये
रिटर्न
सर सेल्स रिटर्न
परचेज रिटर्न सेल्स रिटर्न मु सेतला कि पचारली परचेज रिटर्न को बैलेंस देखेबो परचेज अकाउंट को बैलेंस देखौची
Debit balance.
डेबिट बैलेंस देखो
काहे कि देखौची
It is
Sir,
expenses.
एक्सपेंसेस
एक्सपेंसेस फॉर द बिजनेस परचेज करचे अच्छा रिटर्न हे गला
आगे
सेला को बैलेंस देखेबो
रिटर्न क्रेडिट
क्रेडिट बैलेंस देखेबो क्रेडिट बैलेंस सिमिलरली सेल्स अकाउंट को बैलेंस देखौची
डेबिट
balance.
सर
Sales
क्रेडिट
Credit
क्रेडिट
balance.
सेल्स रिटर्न
Sir, credit.
डेबिट बैलेंस
सेल्स माने क्रेडिट सर सेल्स माने
सेल्स माने तो होला बिकिबा सेल्स
ना
अकाउंट शो
सेल्स अकाउंट क्रेडिट रे देखैबो तो
हां सेल्स अकाउंट ऑलवेज शोज क्रेडिट बैलेंस बट सेल्स रिटर्न अकाउंट शोज डेबिट बैलेंस
Debit balance.
क्लियर
Because
सेल्स अकाउंट क्रेडिट सर सेल्स
Income.
अकाउंट क्रेडिट कोन में देखु सर
हे रे आपण पूरा कुछ पळेलेनी आउ चलंत आउ एट देखंतु सेल्स अकाउंट एट देखंतु सेल्स अकाउंट
इनकम है ना
सेल्स अकाउंट देखंतु सेल्स अकाउंट हमरो बैलेंसिंग हला डबल गार दिया हला डबल गार परे लिखा हला बाय बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन यस और नो
सर
हां बाय बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन लिखा हला केते लिखा हला 12,000 सो से जो बैलेंसिंग साइन
Sir.
परे डबल लाइन परे 12,000 लिखा हला दैट शोज क्रेडिट बैलेंस हां पचारंतु
क्रेडिट बैलेंस माने हमु पैसा मिलिबो
आपण सेल कले केते टंका सेल करचंती ना 12,000 सेल करची केते डिस्काउंट देइचंती 500 देइची बुझले कि आपण एया कहबे ना कोन कहबे
आज्ञा
आपण जण पचारिबो
हाँ,
अरे
सेया।
अरे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी केते देइचु ना 100 टका देइची अरे से कंप्यूटर मार्ट ताकू कोन दबाको अछि ना नबाको अछि ना कंप्यूटर मार्ट ताकू दबाको अछि केते दबाको अछि ना 5,000 दबाको अछि बुझि परले
Yes.
सो
आज्ञा
एठी आपनको आपण जते स्क्रीनशॉट नै चंती सब स्क्रीनशॉट को जदी एनालिसिस करिवे ऑल अकाउंट्स हमें सब 15 टा अकाउंट खोलचे ना तो ऑल अकाउंट दैट बिलोंग्स टू 5 एलिमेंट्स
आज्ञा
Yes.
अदर से आइदर से कैपिटल आइदर एक्सपेंसेस और इनकम और एसेट्स और लायबिलिटीज यस और नो
Yes, sir.
तो को अकाउंट को बैलेंस देखेबो यस कोंदु हां को अकाउंट को बैलेंस देखेबो सो all expenses account all assets account always show debit balance केते बेले भी सेटा क्रेडिट बैलेंस देखेबो नाही केते बेले भी देखेबोनी जदी आपनरो क्रेडिट बैलेंस देखेला assets account by expenses account that indicates somehow somewhere that in posting that is in wrong track Okay. Never expenses account and assets account shows balance, credit balance. Clear? All expenses account, all assets account always show debit balance. The reason is କାହିଁକି ନା ଆମର କଣ କରୁଛେ debit all expenses ହଁ ନା ନାଇଁ
Yes, sir.
then ସେମିତି asset ରେ କଣ ହେଲା debit what comes in business କୁ କଣ ଆସିଲା asset ଆସିଲା ଏପଟେ expenses ହେଲା ଯେହେତୁ debit rule କହୁଛି ଆମର ସବୁବେଳେ debit balance ଦେଖେଇବ don't be confused debit is not same as debit balance debit side is not as same as debit balance all are separate concept separate definition clear बुझिपाले सिंपली आउ तीनटा रहला कोन ना कैपिटल लायबिलिटीज इनकम रिमेंबर ऑल कैपिटल लायबिलिटीज एंड इनकम अकाउंट ऑलवेज शो क्रेडिट बैलेंस
Credit balance.
केते बेले भी सेटा डेबिट बैलेंस देखेबन जदी डेबिट बैलेंस देखेला पोस्टिंग रे कोठी भूल अछि क्लियर any question
Sir, capital liability हो
capital
sir
हां सुबह
से
जाओ
sir
capital
capital
liability
liability
ଆଉ
ଆଉ
ଗୋଟେ
କଣ କହିଲେ
capital liabilities and income account
capital liability ଆଉ
income
Income
account
account.
income
ଆମର
ଆଉ
ପାଞ୍ଚଟା
ଗୋଟେ
ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ପଞ୍ଚୁ ପାଣ୍ଡବ ପାଞ୍ଚ ଜଣ କିଏ କିଏ ନା ଇନକମ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଏକ୍ସପେନ୍ସେସ୍ ପ୍ରଫିଟ ଲସ୍ ବାହାରିଲା ଦେନ୍ ପ୍ରଫିଟ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଲସ୍ କିଏ ନବ ପ୍ରଫିଟ ହେଲେ ଓନର ନବ ଲସ୍ ହେଲେ କିଏ ନବ ଓନର ବିୟର କରିବ ସୋ ଏଟା କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ ବଢେଇଲା ବା କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲ କମେଇଲା ଦେନ୍ ଆଉ କଣ ରହିଲା ନା ଆପଣ ଆସେଟ କିଣିବେ ବା ଲୋନ କରିବେ ଲାଇଫ एनी क्वेश्चन
सर बैलेंस मेथड रे सर वर्षा अकाउंट काई भूल गले दियाड पड़िया कथा नहीं कहले सर
आज्ञा आपण हमरो सेटा पड़ी जाईची हैला सेटा किंतु पड़ीबा कथा नुहे हां
एटा
आपनकर
तो
डेबिट
कोनोसी गोटे साइड पड़िया कथा ना सर लेजरटा हेजी माने
ना ना को साइड केम दिता तो किछि पाइबार नाही कि किछि दबार नाही
टिके वर्षा को लेजरटा देखियो सर
हां वर्षा देखन वर्षार किछि पाइबार अछि कि किछि दबाको अछि कि
No.
वर्षा वर्षा को सेल करथिले पूरा तो से
हां
दे
सर
देछि
कैरी बुझिबल सर कैरी डाउन किछ हेनी सर
ना ना पूरा तो से दे देछि ना
पूरा
फुल्ली
दिन
settlement
देखन
ହେଇଯାଇଛି
फुल्ली सेटल लिखा आइथिबो ट्रांजैक्शन फुल्ली सेटल तो ताकू
yes
किछि
sir
दबा नै तो एटा भूल ले पड़ जाईछि तो आपण माने काटी देबे तक आपण माने जो
Ignore
स्क्रीनशॉट नै छन
आज्ञा
लिखबे
सर
लिखबेन पर्टिकुलर ये बैलेंस मेथड रे but in total method you have to write this one is total method रे both side balance केते amount हम लिखुचे 5000 and 5000
सर एग्जाम रे क्वेश्चन आसीबो कि जर्नल टू लेजर करिया ପାଇଁ ना
ना ना ना ना ना
statement
ना 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 किछि ट्रांजैक्शन देथिबो जर्नलाइज द एबव ट्रांजैक्शन क्लियर
ओहो
सेमति
yes sir
किछि अकाउंट लिखिथिबो एवं अमाउंट लिखिथिबो प्रिपेयर द ट्रायल बैलेंस
सर किछिटा क्वेश्चन टिके देबे हमें भी ताको घरे ट्राई
भर्ती
करबो
ହେଇଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ବହିରେ ବି ଭର୍ତ୍ତି ହେଇଛି 5 7 10ଟା क्वेश्चन ଅଛି ତଥାପି ମୁଁ କିଛି क्वेश्चन ପଠେଇ ଦେବି ଦୀପକ ସାର୍ ପାଖକୁ ବା ଏଇ ଗ୍ରୁପ ରେ ଦେଇ ଦେବି ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ ଜର୍ନାଲ ଟା ନେଇଥିଲେ ଗୁଡାଏ ट्रांजैक्शन
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଥିଲା ସେଟାକୁ ଟ୍ରାयल बैलेंस କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି
ओके सर
ଯଦି କିଛି डाउट ରହିଲା ବୁଝେଇବା
हम्म
so what are the phases journal ledger trial balance
then
then
statement of individual account
then accounting cycle it starts from identification of business transaction and ends with preparation of financial statement clear financial statement by
statement
passing adjustment entry reverse entry closing entry so right now what we have to discuss that is financial statement final account clear so what we know in very first class we have discussed that suppose here that Firoz business take the account Firoz Enterprises. Firoz Enterprises is a trading business house, trading concern. Yes or no? हाँ ना नहीं
Yes.
କାହିଁକି ନା ସେ କମ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟର କିଣୁଛି କମ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟର ବିକି ଦଉଛି
Yes, yes, yes.
So
Yes, sir.
Firoz Enterpriser is a trading. So se kon final account तैयारी करिवो? Trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Similarly, suppose I will say that is ABC Limited. That ABC Limited manufacture the product. Let's take mobile phone. So ABC Limited, that organization, that company prepare manufacturing account, then trading account, then profit and loss account, then balance sheet. So balance sheet, profit and loss account, trading account is common for all. Only manufacturing organization prepare manufacturing account first, because that company purchase raw material, engage labor, and go for other expenses. So we have to find out that raw material consumed, that cost of goods sold, we have to find out. Clear? So what we say, remember, suppose I say that is income, there are two types of income. Suppose I will say expenses, there are two types of expenses. One is direct expenses, other one is indirect expenses. Similarly, direct income, other one is indirect income. So, what is that direct expenses? Direct expenses are those expenses which are directly related to the product or production unit. That is direct expenses.
Directly related
To the product or production unit.
manufacturing of the product.
Again, that's what we call it direct expenses. So what is that indirect expenses? Indirect expenses. Indirect expenses are not related or associated with the product or production unit. Suppose I'll say office expenses, office salary. Suppose mu kahibi that is factory salary.
That is direct expenses.
Factory electricity, office electricity. Factory rent.
Electricity is direct expenses.
Direct. Factory electricity, office electricity, factory rent, office rent. So one is direct, other one is indirect. Clear? Direct and indirect. So when you prepare trading account, remember trading account, that is nominal account. Because in debit side we have to write expenses, credit side we have to write income. Which type of expenses income we have to write? In debit side direct expenses, in credit side direct income. Clear? Direct income. So what we know, that is when you prepare the trading account, so from trading account we have to find out gross profit or gross loss, trade profit or trade loss. Clear? Trade profit or trade loss. Similarly, that trade profit, trade loss should be transferred to profit and loss account. Then we have to consider indirect expenses, that is also nominal account. So in debit side we have to write expenses, indirect expenses. In credit side we have to write down indirect income. So what we find out? Net profit or net loss. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that net profit, that is transferred to balance sheet. Transfer to balance sheet. So balance sheet रे हमें कोठी ना capital रे add करिबा profit हेतिले, less करिबा
Loss.
capital. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So trading account. So first item trading account ro opening stock. What is that opening stock? Stock available at the beginning of the period. That is opening stock. Then second item, purchase. That includes cash purchase as well as credit purchase. So we have to deduct purchase return. Then we have to consider all direct expenses like wages. These are in debit side. In credit side, first item is sales.
सर पिक्चर किसी शो करछन कि आसुन कि
नहीं नहीं मु शो करेनी, हम जस्ट कल सुनी था तो नेक्स्ट क्लास रे शो हो.
Okay, sir.
तो राइट साइड रे सेल्स Sales includes cash sales and credit sales. Then closing stock. What is closing stock? Stock available at the end of the period.
End of the year,
31st March.
end of the financial year.
31st March. Then
Yes, sir.
very next year, that is opening stock.
Opening. That will be
How to calculate closing
opening
stock?
balance.
How to calculate closing stock? Closing stock is valued. Closing stock is valued at cost or market value, whichever is lower. Closing stock is valued at cost or market value, whichever is lower. Clear? So, ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଆଇଟମ ଗୁଡାକ ନେଇଗଲେ ଆମେ କଣ ବାହାର କରିବା ଗ୍ରସ୍ ପ୍ରଫିଟ୍ ଅର ଗ୍ରସ୍ ଲସ୍ ସୋ ଡେବିଟ୍ ସାଇଡ୍ ହେଲା ଏକ୍ସପେନ୍ସେସ୍ କ୍ରେଡିଟ୍ ସାଇଡ୍ ହେଲା ଇନକମ୍ ପ୍ରଫିଟ୍ କେତେବେଳେ ହବ ସେଲ୍ସ ଅଧିକା ହବ ତା ମାନେ ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट ର କ୍ରେଡିଟ୍ ସାଇଡ୍ ଅଧିକା ହବ ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट ର डेबिट साइड कम हेले ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट हबो यस और नो
यस सर
जदि ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट रो डेबिट साइड अधिका हला क्रेडिट साइड कम हला कोन हबो
ताले ग्रॉस ग्रॉस लॉस ही हबो
ग्रॉस
Loss.
लॉस ताको हम कहउचे ग्रॉस लॉस बट
Yes,
आवर
sir.
ऑब्जेक्टिव इज टू फाइंड आउट नेट प्रॉफिट और नेट लॉस क्लियर नेट प्रॉफिट और नेट लॉस
Loss.
ओके
Yes, sir.
then profit and loss account similarly we have to consider all indirect okay all indirect so any question next class we have to continue any
Okay, sir.
question from your side okay leave kariba
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
na kichh
Thank
question
you,
achi
sir.
pachara any question
No, sir.
ना सर आज
No,
कार किसी डाउट नहीं बोले
doubt jete asibo se bolo na
ଆଜି ପୁରା କ୍ଲିୟର ବୁଝିଗଲା ନା ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଡାଉଟ ନାହିଁ
सर आज हमर प्रॉब्लम हमें सॉल्व करले पुनी डाउट आसीबो
doubt asile apon koichi 8 ରୁ 10 ଟା
सर किंतु
ନାଇଁ
हमें
ଆଜି
क्लास
ଆଜି
करना
କି ନାହିଁ ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ କିଛି କହିଲୁନି
Sir, ଆପଣ ଏ ସ୍ଲାଇଡ ଟା ଟିକେ ସେୟାର କରିବେ ଗ୍ରୁପରେ
କରିଦେବି
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଏଟା
sir.
ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପ୍ରପର୍ଟି ମୋର କଣ କି ଆପଣ ନେବେ ଆପଣ ଏ କରିବେ ସେଟା କଣ
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
ହେଲା
सर जो यूनिट 1 रे अछि सब थियोरी गुडा को ताको सब मने रखिबो
बढिया क्वेश्चन पचारले एटा सब प्लस 2 पिला माने पचारନ୍ତି मैडम आपण मन रखिबानी लिखिबे केम
सर हम तो ता बदल रे माने प्रॉब्लम गुडा करिवो ना
यूनिट 1 ने थ्योरी अछि प्रॉब्लम नाही
ओहो यूनिट 1 गोटे माने सेपरेट ये पडियो बोधे
नै नै क्वेश्चन कोन आसो टेंटेटिव
और
कहि
भी
दे
थियोरी पड़ न दियो
हां सुनतु यूनिट 1 ने थ्योरी माने यूनिट 1 रु जाले थ्योरी क्वेश्चन आसीबो मो थ्योरी क्वेश्चन डाकी देबी नेक्स्ट क्लास व्यस्त नै सेउडा आपण प्रिपेयर हे दियो किछ असुविधा नै डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन फाइनेंशियल
क्वेश्चन
अकाउंट
ही आसीबो केवल
आज्ञा
मु कहली सेही क्वेश्चन नु ही केवल आसीबो आपण जहा डाकिबे क्वेश्चन
नै नै सेमिति कोन कहि परबी मो सेडा आपण मते बाडेबे
अरे बाबा
क्वेश्चन मु पाठ पढेबी बही लेखिला जणे मु पाठ पढेबी आपण पढिबे क्वेश्चन जणे करबो आ जणे खाता देखिबो रिजल्ट भी आ जणे बाहर करिवो
ओहो
मु
सर हम
टेंटेटिव क्वेश्चन आपण को दे देबी हैला
आज्ञा
एक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चन दे देबी प्राय तो से क्वेश्चन आसे किंतु आई विल नॉट गिव गारंटी
पॉसिबल पॉसिबल
Probable question देई देबे
प्रोबेबल क्वेश्चन दे देबी
पॉसिबल टेस्ट
निश्चित
पेपर
आसीबो 80% निश्चित आसीबो हैं तो ता माने आपण कहिबे जदी साथ देथिले क्वेश्चन किछि पडलानी मो चाकरी गला
सर इंग्लिश तो केबे करे माने करेनी माने माने स्टूडेंट लाइफ रे एमदी केबे हेइनी जहां सब
सर
साथ दे
सर
पढे सब
आके
सर
दे देबी
एबे जेतु माने ओटे माने किछि ओटे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन खोली बसियो पडुची
सर
ନାଇଁ
ଉତ୍କଳର
ନାଇଁ
ସର
କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ କୁହନ୍ତୁ
ଉତ୍କଳର ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ ନିୟମ ଅଛି ମୁଁ ତ ସାର୍ ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏସନ ବି ସେଇଠି କରିଛି ଯାହା ସେ କୁହନ୍ତି ପ୍ରିଭିୟସ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ କିନ୍ତୁ କିଛି କିଛି ପଡେ ଯାହା ହେଲେ ରିପିଟେଡ
we all are from ଉତ୍କଳ
ସାର୍ ଯାହା ହେଲେ
Yes.
ସାର୍ ସବୁ ବର୍ଷ କିଛି କିଛି ଏକ୍ସାମ ମାନେ ଏକ୍ସାମ
ନିଶ୍ଚିତ
କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ
ନିଶ୍ଚିତ
ରିପିଟେଡ
ପୂର୍ବ
ଥାଏ
ବର୍ଷର
ସାର୍
କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ ଟାକୁ ଆପଣ ନିହାତି ଦେଖିବେ ଏଟା ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ କଥା କହିଲେ ମୁଁ expected question ଦେଇଦେବି, don't worry.
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ହେଲା?
ସାର୍।
सर प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन गुड़ा कोठी वेबसाइट रे मिलिबो सर?
ହଁ ୱେବସାଇଟ୍ ରେ ମିଳିବ।
ओके सर।
Okay, thank you.
ओके थैंक यू
Thank you,
सर।
sir. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.